Hi. So I'm so sorry about the lighting right now. It's just early and nothing is like in any place. It's also really gross outside, so the window's not helping. But I just wanted to say, we're just starting things off. We're starting things off as you probably saw from the title of the actual vlog, because I think I'm gonna use this as the title. I am studying Stoicism right now. It's one of the things, because I personally always had a struggle figuring out religion and my relationship with religion, Christianity, and those religions. There's Catholicism. There are differences there, but I don't really know them. Those have never spoken to me, as I've never really been comfortable with the idea of saying that God is all loving. It's something I personally could never really get into. I could never get into those religions. But Stoicism is something that it's very philosophical, very based in philosophy. And as someone who really wanted to study philosophy when I was in college, this really just spoke to me. This book speaks to a lot of the ideas and things that I live by already, and so it feels like a good fit. I'm studying it right now to see. So far I am liking it. So far I am wanting to do more, and I'm wanting to get more into it. We'll see how it goes over time. But also, to start off, let's talk about some other stuff that's happened. So we are beginning quarter 4 of the year. I am starting a new, because I've also been struggling with just being self-employed, and that entire process, staying productive, making sure I'm doing things and getting things done, stuff like that. I've been struggling with that. So now I've started with my new bullet journal. I posted a video. You'll see, it's so great. So with that new bullet journal that I made, I am breaking down like everything into quarters. I have a better idea and a more structured idea of what I need to do, what needs to get done in this quarter. And so that's been helping me get really productive. So I'm starting off the quarter because this past week I finished writing the 5th book in this series, number 5. I finished writing that. So now hopefully in this quarter I can finish the 6th book. I also finished my edits that I need to do on the 1st book in the series, and I'm sending it up to beta readers this week. So that'll be fun. Hopefully people like it. Who knows? We'll see what happens. I want to get the notes and stuff back by the end of November, so I can probably it won't be this vlog, it'll be a couple vlogs later, but before the book comes out I should be able to let you guys know how it went, see if there's anything massive that I need to work on. I wrote a song. It's not a good song, but I wrote a song. It's like first drafts up on Facebook right now. It's not great. It's up on Facebook and my Instagram. Anything else? What else did I do? And I'm also just trying to work with the format of just the things that I do. Like at the moment, I think I'm gonna drop the desk side minis on Instagram, because I feel like when I get into the live streams, everything is just redundant, and I don't like that. I like being new. I like being surprising. So we'll see. That's really all that I have to say at the moment. But if anything else comes up, I know where the camera is, so I'll see you then. Hi. So I'm not gonna lie, warning, I don't look super great because I didn't really put anything on to try and make myself look better. I have a vlog, not a vlog. This is the vlog. This is the vlog. I have a live stream that I'm doing later, and so that's where all of the makeup and shenanigans is gonna happen. But oh my god, for the last vlog, did I not? I may have messed up the last vlog. I'm sorry, guys. But for this one, I just wanted to talk to you guys. Yeah, I'm about to do my Civil War live stream. Super excited for that. Last live stream went pretty well, so I'm excited. Here's a chestnut. Can you see him? Oh god, how do I angle it? Chestnut. Back to this. I'm so sorry. But it's been a good morning. I feel better than I usually do in the mornings. I feel awake, I feel alert, I feel fresh. I just worked out and took my shower, so I feel clean. So fresh and so clean. The other day, I'm not sure if I talked about this in the other vlog. I don't think I did, but the other day I sent off not the first draft, but the final draft of the 1st book in this spy series over to some beta readers, and a lot of them seemed super excited to read it, because these are people that have some have like in some way either talked to me about writing or have read my books. 2 of them actually own I Hear Colors, which is makes me feel good about myself. But yeah, so they're reading the first draft of this book. Super excited to hear what they have to say. I have two more people that I specifically want to see if they would be interested in reading it. These are 2 other people who helped beta read I Hear Colors, see if they would be interested at all in beta reading this book. If not, then I think tomorrow I'm going to open it up to one of the beta reading Facebook groups. And then, of course, my patrons are going to get in the first chapter of the book before it hits the public. It's going to be great. It's going to be lovely. I'm just super excited. Everything's working out. Everything's going. It's going. Hi. So today's it. This is the last video I'm doing for this vlog. I'm trying to get into a comfortable position because this chair is not as comfortable as it looks. Let's try. That goes to my face. Sure. Why not? Nugget, do you appreciate this camera angle? You're about to get into some stuff. You about to meddle. Okay, so today is the last vlog of the month. And so I just wanted to do a recap. This month I was looking into Stoicism, which is ancient philosophical process, very much focused on understanding yourself, being in control of yourself, your emotions, all of that stuff, and using that to project you forward. But not only like you do want to be in control of yourself and be in control of your emotions, but understanding what's going on with yourself when you're not, and being able to pay attention and think and keep asking questions and keep looking deeper into yourself and the parts of your life that are affecting you most. Very basic understanding of it from someone. I've read through a couple of the books of Marcus Aurelius, but like I said earlier, the information just wasn't sticking, so I've gone back to book 1 and I'm taking notes on book 1, but because I'm taking notes. Okay, so I stopped the camera and I completely forgot that like the focus of this vlog is supposed to be about Stoicism, and I just had like things to say and then I completely forgot. So yeah, focus is Stoicism. I'm studying Stoicism. The more I link into it, the more it feels like something for me, the more it seems like it's really more of a reflection of values that I already have. I'm currently, so my basic process with Stoicism, I usually would journal at night. I started journaling in the morning as well, which was something they keep talking about. I use, so for journaling prompts, I currently have this app called Stoa, but it's like a free trial, and I don't think I'm going to end up going for the full version of it, but I use Stoa, and they give me some journal prompts. They're okay. I also, my night journaling, I have a app called Question Diary that was on the Android Play Store, and a PDF of a book called Vertellis, something like this, Vertellis. I got a PDF version of that for free, and I've just been going through that, and I've been appreciating that. When I do plan on trying to, when we get money to spend again, which we're a little close, cutting it close this week for bills and such, but it's fine. That's why I need you to buy books so I can stress a little less. But when that happens, then I think I'm going to buy the Daily Stoic. They send out like every day during the work week, they send out emails with like Stoic principles, stuff like that. They also have a podcast that essentially is just reading through all of those. So I listen to the podcast a lot, because they're like 5-minute videos. The early ones are like 5 minutes. The other ones I think go up to 15 minutes. Woo, I've listened to much longer. So I've been listening to those. And then I think I'm going to buy the Daily Stoics. They have 2 books. One's on meditations and one's on journaling. I think I'm planning on buying both of them and essentially using them as journal prompts, stuff like that. And so, yeah, that's been my process with Stoicism. It's been really helping me. I already feel progress. It's already helped me get through several small things. Lately, I recently reached out to some old people I knew from high school because, like, part of me was like, you should talk to them, you should say something. and like that anxiety never would let me. But I've gotten to a point now where I was able to reach out to them. They didn't respond, but like also I don't care. I'm fine with that now. So it's been helping. I've noticed a help. I've noticed a change. It's been great. It's been a fun time. Howdy. Okay, so it's been a week. I haven't vlogged this entire week. It's been a long time. So let's start from the beginning. First, apparently at some point, I'm thinking it was Chestnut, knocked my big, expensive, nice laptop off of my desk. My boyfriend just picked it up, didn't check it, just picked it up and put it on the desk. So the next day I come and I'm ready to work. Look, the screen's completely shattered. I can't afford to fix it right now. I don't make a ton of money making YouTube, but on YouTube and writing books. So I don't have the money right now to actually try and fix it, which is lame. So I've had to completely rework a lot of the stuff that I'm doing in terms of everything, really. Like with, oh god, there's a huge shadow. That shadow is from my hand. Is this better lighting? You're cool. Yeah, we're good. Oh god, I'm about to knock off my other, like, Xavier's kind of like crappy $200 laptop that we already had. It's not great, but it's all we have, so we're sticking with that. So we're doing that. So I have to rework. I'm essentially going to be trying to film a lot of my videos on my phone now, because for some reason I'm gonna see what happens after I finish. God damn it, cats. I'm gonna see what happens after this one, because for some reason a lot of the clips when I'm recording vlogs just randomly just will say they're corrupted, and so I can't use them when I'm trying to format all of this into a video. See how that works for this series of vlogs, and if I might just I don't know, but I'm gonna try and record my YouTube videos on my phone. There's just not going to be nearly as much editing, and it's going to be very similar to just what a live stream is like. Just try and make it shorter. Live streams are also we're going to try and do that on my phone. I don't know how that's going to turn out, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I might have to try and see, because the camera that I had was like a webcam. I'll see if maybe that works on this computer that I have. The only issue is just that computer is not a high-powered computer. Sometimes just using a mouse with that computer is too much and overwhelms it. So we'll see what I'm able to figure out. It'll be a tough one. But on top of that, I have been sick all week, which, don't you love being sick? So I was sick. I've been probably the most sick I've been since I moved out to Hawaii. It was not fun. I could barely get myself to do anything at all, which that's something I've recently been like primarily trying to focus on and work on, is making sure I'm not forcing myself to do work, because when I'm forcing myself to do stuff, then it's not going to be great, because I'm trying to push something out of an already like dead horse, stuff like that. You understand, you get it. So I didn't force myself to do much of anything. Like, and honestly, the things I did do, I had everything that I usually use at my desk. All of that was moved over to, I'm trying to center myself in this shot. All of that was moved over to like these suitcases that are on the side of the bed. You see where that like mound of like stuffed animal is behind the fan? There are suitcases over there that have been acting as a cat bed. I've taken them over and used them as just a place to put all of my notebooks, so I don't have to keep coming to my desk when I'm trying to work while sick. That's cut out a lot of stuff. Like, I didn't get to really work on Spanish at all this week because I was just not okay. I also didn't get to study Stoicism much, which was the focus of the videos this time around, was like my studies with Stoicism. I could not focus while reading any of the texts. I did play, because the Daily Stoic has a podcast, so I'll play that as well and just listen to absorb a lot of the information through there. God, it's
but I've not really been able to like focus and maintain any of the information at all. So we're gonna see how I get back into all of that. I also, it's been bothering me because like being sick has been causing my bad ear, the ear that was plugged and I couldn't hear for a while. It's now producing mucus, and I can't hear. I like, it's on and off when I can hear. Like I can hear now. I couldn't hear basically until this point. It's been a struggle. It's been a week. It's been a week, and now I can't hear anymore. Okay. Well, I'm going back to work. I've already technically finished all the thing that I was supposed to do. I was finishing images for the vlogs for this upcoming video. By the time this comes out, the video it should be available, right? No, it's not. Actually, the video is not going to be available by the time this vlog comes out, so I can't tell you what it is. Shucks. That's okay. The only other thing of note is the fact that like I was having a lot of like insecurities because I just sent out my books to beta readers. I just sent out the first book of this spy series to beta readers, and I was getting some critiques of like someone essentially said that like they didn't think I was telling a story, and I immediately took that as like I just didn't know how to handle that information. Mostly because I'm like, how am I not telling a story? Am I just a bad writer? And then spirals, and it was great. But I'm better now. Love you. You just missed all of the finagling that had to happen in order to keep recording whilst this is charging. So yeah, again, this is a very basic understanding of Stoicism. I'm taking notes. I'm thinking of posting my notes for the books I'm reading for the live streams. Thinking of posting those notes. The lighting in here is just going to be atrocious for now, but that's okay. So I was thinking of posting those notes to Patreon so y'all can see those, but I take really in-depth notes, and so I'm not super far into book one again, the second time I'm going through it, but I'm getting some good vibes. I'm getting some good vibes from this. Let me go over some of the things that I've read so far that really stand out to me, so you can get a hint of like some of the ideas pushed around in Stoicism. One is that this is what I found really interesting, and it's the idea that bad actions that you make, those are more blamable when you're making those bad actions out of passion, hi Nugget, than if you're doing them out of anger, because anger is kind of a loss of reasoning and judgment. But when you're just upset, that's when you're upset. But when you're just passionate, then that is a part of you that just likes and enjoys doing bad things. And that I felt was a really interesting thought process and an interesting approach to it. Another one I really like is that life is short, and so every moment you spend not cheering yourself on takes away from the time that you have to encourage yourself, which was one of those like super supportive kind of positive Instagram quote style things that I really liked. Another one was a couple other general ideas of it are you could die at any moment, YOLO, but instead of like just allowing that and being scared of death and freaking out over death, you should live and make sure that you're not wasting any of that time, because again, you could die at any moment. So make sure you're doing something that is worth the time that you have, which has been interesting because as I've spent so much of my life not liking life, death and like birthdays and life, those are some concepts that are weird for me to get around, but I still like the idea. I like the concept that is talked about there. And then another one is do not put your, like, you have standards and stuff that are followed throughout the Stoic practices and stuff like that. Those are for you. Do not put them on someone else, because that will just lead to disappointment. So do not expect others to be obeying by those same rules, which I found extremely interesting, because there's a point where there's like, oh my god, I have standards, but there's also just, hey, like, these other people are not me. They do not know what I know. They do not know how I feel about certain things.
should I expect? At what point is where I'm at? At what point should I be expecting them to kind of hold up to my standards, and understand that in all areas of life, people should not have to hold up to your standards. Like, someone does not necessarily need to want to wake up as early as you do, or they do not necessarily need to like be as interested in books or animals as I am. Those are not standards that I should be forcing other people to hold up to when participating in my life. But obviously they're like human rights standards that I, rather than say, oh my god, they're like human rights standards that I have, and I will not associate myself with someone who is not holding up to those standards. And I understand that one, but I believe, to me, when talking about this in Stoicism, you are trying to draw a line between what people should and should not be held accountable for in terms of your beliefs and how they correspond with your beliefs. Yeah, so it's really a lot of thinking. There's a lot of thinking going on with Stoicism that I really appreciate, and then that just really calls to me. I will continue doing this, but I do have another plan for major talks when doing these vlogs. We can actually get into that at the end of the video. I just have a couple other things to say. As you know, my computer's broken, so we're just there's some stress going on. There's a bit amount of stress trying to figure out how things are going to work. I was hoping that this book series, I would be able to get it edited and then have it be able to come out in February. That looks like it's not going to be able to happen. So yeah, that looks like it's not going to be able to happen right now, honestly. I feel like at most I might be able to get it in March, but at the moment we're just not sure when that's going to be able to come out, which makes me sad. But it's whatever, it happens. Life sucks. If you want to help, go check out my Patreon, because right now the issue is I cannot afford to get my computer fixed, and the computer that I do have, the tools that I do have, are just not able to rise up to not the standards, but to the efficiency that I was able to accomplish with my other computer. And so we're working on that. We are also working on, I have to clean my house because my house is getting gross again. It's bothering me again. If you also want to send me candles, I love candles. They help calm me down a lot. So if you want to send candles my way, that'd be nice. And next week, wish me luck. Next week we are sending Chestnut to get snippy snipped because he is peeing on everything and he'll wake me up in the middle of the night screaming. So we're going to get him snippy snipped. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully he's just uncomfortable, and that'll help everything. Wish me luck. But until next time, and I almost forgot, but next time the plan is, so I actually was raised, because I was like super distant and didn't actually have much interaction with my family, with my parents, religion was never something I was really brought up in. To my understanding, my family is religious, Christians. I know there's a difference between Christians, Catholics, I don't know it, and all the other stuff, I don't know it. I think they're Baptists, I don't know. But despite that, I've never actually read the Bible. I've read like my first Bible, like that little kitty baby's first Bible. I've read that. I've read the boys and the girls version, which I surprisingly did have some different stories to my recollection. But I've read those. But I've never read like the actual Bible, so I'm not gonna finish it. I guarantee you I'm not gonna finish it. But I do want to read like some of it, so that's my goals for November. I'm gonna read the Bible. We'll see how that goes. But until then, valedictions, friends.